Yo, man, Daniel Penny is acquitted. He is a free man. Black Lives Matter is pissed about it. I gotta go through this whole thing without saying any words that YouTube isn't gonna like, so let's see if I can actually do this. Daniel Penny's innocence and the shame of Alvin Bragg. A just verdict for Daniel Penny does not erase the cynical, wrong-headed, and unwarranted prosecution. We also got Black Lives Matter's response, guys, so we're gonna go through this, and then we're gonna get to Black Lives Matter's response. This is like my fourth time trying to do this, because I keep saying the words that I'm not supposed to say. Good for the jury finding Daniel Penny not guilty, but this does not erase the cynical, wrong-headed, unwarranted prosecution by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg against a good Samaritan. Daniel Penny believed he was saving lives a year and a half ago on the subway when he restrained Jordan Neely, who was threatening commuters. Dude was on drugs. Dude was losing his mind. He'd been arrested, released. He was escalating. He was talking some crazy stuff out there on the subway. And Daniel Penny wasn't the only one that subdued him. People came to help him, which goes to show you that people that were watching the scene, bystanders, did not see Daniel Penny as some kind of bad guy or someone assaulting somebody in that situation. After the acquittal, Bragg issued a statement in which he claimed, as with every case, we followed the facts and the evidence from beginning to end. No, you didn't. If only. I love that they wrote that in there. Neely, a homeless man, had been arrested 42 times between 2013 and 2021. Other subway riders reported feeling terrorized, as Neely said he was Biggie Smalls. There was no legitimate, just a reference to the first album from Biggie Smalls. My bad, guys. There was also legitimate questions about whether the chokehold Penny held him in actually him. When the police questioned Penny, he said his only intent had been to protect the others on the subway car that morning. Yet Bragg threw the book at Penny, charging him with both manslaughter and second degree, which carries potential 15-year prison sentence, and criminally negligent blank, which has a 4-year maximum sentence. On Friday, after the jury deadlocked on the manslaughter charges, Bragg's office conspired with the judge to drop it and have the jury focus on the lesser charge instead. Not only was this an unethical gaming of the system, but it completely backfired. After deliberating for less than an hour Monday morning, jury came back with another not guilty verdict. Wow, dude. Yo, and also it's crazy. So negligent blank is is less of a charge than manslaughter. Wow. Okay. That's very interesting. The DA's decision to prosecute Daniel Penny was no anomaly. Bragg's tenure has been marked by priorities that don't serve the public and a nonchalant attitude towards criminal behavior that has all but guaranteed an increase in crime in New York. In sum, Bragg has made New York a more dangerous city. What's more, while ignoring real crime, has gone after politically convenient targets like Daniel Penny, generating an enormous amount of cynicism among New Yorkers. When Bragg ran for district attorney in 2021, he promised voters that he would focus on racial equity over minor irritations like property crime. How do people vote for that? I think we need to move away from what I would call a crime of poverty, he said at a campaign event. Bragg's first memo announcing his office's priorities said he would no longer prosecute a host of crimes ranging from prostitution and trespassing to not paying for the subway, would focus instead on police accountability and restoring trust and transparency. Yo, what are you talking about? Dude, first off, crime is a byproduct of a lack of education. And when someone is facing a lack of education, generationally, they are at a disadvantage when it comes to creative problem-solving skills for creating new radical solutions to the problems that they face in their life. So this whole thing is way the wrong approach to try to address the tensions in inner city communities. I have an article called "Our Inner City Communities on Exactly What Can Approach Our Problems in Our Inner City Communities and Help Reduce Crime Over Time." So guys, please check that one out. But his approach has been a disaster, as has been true of every city that voted for so-called progressive prosecutor. As of November 2024, according to the New York Post, there were 27,122 reported felonies, up 16.9% from before Bragg took office. Meanwhile, blank has jumped 7.4% across Manhattan, blank 8.9%. Felony assault 16.8%, and grand larceny 29.8%. Our nation's greatest history should not be an experiment for social engineering. Most of the victims of the petty property crimes Bragg ignores are themselves working-class New Yorkers. When presented with this new data, thoughtful people are willing to change their minds, but Bragg has stuck to his guns. In February, for instance, his office allowed 5 of the 6 migrants arrested for a Times Square assault on 2 police officers to be released without bail. In June, he dropped charges for 31 of 46 people arrested for taking over Columbia University's Hamilton Hall, and the examples go on. And then there was his prosecution of Donald Trump last year, where we are no apologists for the incoming president. We believe he should have been impeached and removed from office for dithering. What the heck? Dude, that was a constitutional process. They had to make an amendment to change it after January 6th. What do you talk? There was no, that drives me insane, man. But Bragg's prosecution is entirely different. The district attorney invented a novel theory of New York State business record law and argued astonishingly that Donald Trump had cheated in the election because he had classified his hush money payments to two women that he had not. This whole situation, it came out in court that it was not Donald Trump. God, who was the lawyer? I forget the lawyer's name. His lawyer, the one that took the money, admitted that he had taken the money without telling Trump what it was for. And he also, what's her name? Stormy Daniels came out with a letter in 2019, an official affidavit saying that she had never slept with Donald Trump. So dude, Michael Cohen. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think Michael Cohen scammed the money off Donald Trump because he had done something with Stormy Daniels and he was stressed out about it and he was getting the money to pay her. That's what I think was happening. And I think Michael Cohen kind of scammed Trump for that money, claiming lawyer fees. And I think that's where that whole situation came from. And all that came out if you actually were listening to Michael Cohen on the stand in the actual trial. He was literally saying, I never told Trump what the money was for. I went and paid her myself, et cetera, et cetera. And then when you take that and you combine that with her official affidavit that she had never slept with Trump, you're kind of putting two and two together, and you're like, well, it seems like she must have slept with somebody. And clearly it wasn't Trump. You know what I'm saying? The other cities, including San Francisco and Los Angeles, have ousted progressive prosecutors whose approach to crime was similar to Bragg's. Next year, Manhattan DA will be up for re-election with the Democrat primary in June. He deserves a serious challenger, and so does New York, and I'm sure he will, man. New York has been through this back and forth a number of times, and they do not sit. When they have people that play these games, they don't sit with it. This is exactly how we ended up with Giuliani in the 90s, okay? So, dude. But anyway, BLM's got a response. They got opinions, okay, and they want you to know about it, guys, okay? Hawk Newsom, founder of BLM of Greater New York, reacts to Penny verdict by advocating for retaliation against white people. Wow, man, this guy is some kind of genius, bro. All right, man, let's see what he's got to say for himself, dude.
We need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud? How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired.
Yo, what? Hold on. First off, if he's trying to draw an equivalency there at the end, is he implying that the dude on the subway was trying to oppress everybody else on the subway? Hold on. Is his statement grammatically implying that Jordan Neely was attempting to oppress people on the subway? Because he's drawing an equivalency here. So I'm just wondering. Dude, wild, man. So Black Lives Matter wants you to know they're coming after you. Black Lives Matter wants you to know that they're going to be looking for white people to choke out, I guess, in response to Jordan Neely getting acquitted. Wow, ridiculous, man. I can't believe it, dude. Like the race baiting is insane on these people, and it never ends. Dude, this guy wearing his New York hat, do you think he believes what he's saying? Y'all, if y'all watched it to the end here, I appreciate you. Let me know if you think this guy believes what he's saying, or if he's trying to pull in money for the larger organization. Because when I see people say stuff like this, man, I'm looking at him and I'm like, what else is going on in your life, dude? Because what else do you say that you don't believe? Like, bro, what other games are you playing with the people in your circle? Because, like, dude, I look at this man and I'm seeing Al Sharpton all over again, bro. With Al Sharpton, in my opinion, was fake, and the feds were using stuff they had held over him regarding drug charges and stuff to kind of push him and pressure him into becoming the person that he ended up becoming in the media and he is today. In my opinion, personally, but I see this guy, I see another Al Sharpton 2.0, and I'm looking at him and I'm like, man, how the heck can people trust this guy, man? Like, seriously. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. I always forget to say that. And if you don't mind checking out itschromo.com and itschromoshop.com, I've got articles on itschromo.com. I really think you guys will have something to gain from reading those and checking those out. out, guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me on this segment. I thought this was a fun way to start the day. A little bit of good news and watching BLM freak out again over nothing. So anyway, man, thank you so much, guys. And you guys have a great one. I'll see you on the next segment.